So today is June 13th. It's a Saturday. And I'm just kind of showing you, right now we're sort of in harvesting and growing, so there's not a lot going on the farm, but some of the things that we like to do with those things that we grow on the farm. So here's some bacon that we got from our pigs last year. So I'm frying this up. I'm making a traditional Philippine breakfast. And as soon as that gets kind of fried and crispy, we're going to be throwing in some rice into that. And then some garlic that we actually didn't grow, but we have friends here in Elkins who grew some garlic, and so they brought that to us. And we have some eggs from our chickens. That's the hen that we got from Phil's dad's house. So those eggs are going to be fried and served over the rice, garlic, and bacon mixture. And if we want more eggs, we have some from the store because we aren't quite into laying season yet. So this is a typical kind of Saturday morning breakfast for us here at this house. So we're going to get that going, and once it's done, I'll show you a final picture. Just want to show you guys, if I can get this, I just want to show you guys how pretty those eggs are. Farm fresh eggs, buddy. Look at those yolks. All right, Lee, come here.
What?
Come here.
What you want?
I want to show the final product, but first I gotta flip these eggs. Expertly flipped. Well, I broke that yolk. Oh well. So here we've got our rice and bacon. And then we take our yolky eggs and just break those yolks over top of it. And then take a little knife and just kind of...
Remember, Mom, it's June.
I did say it was June, I think. I'm not sure now.
I swear to God.
So here we go. All right, you ready? It's delicious. Garlicky, fresh eggs, rice, bacon. What could you go wrong? Okay. So today, what I'm going to be doing is weeding the garden. And it's gotten pretty crazy because Phil and I both worked this week and haven't gotten out there, and we've had a lot of rain and a lot of sunshine. So got this new toy here. I'll turn this around here in a minute and I'll show you a little bit better. But I got a new toy. I'm going to try it out. It's a little tiny rototiller type thing to go between the rows, and then I'll use my pretty awesome Giver gloves that one of my good friends got for me. So I'm super excited, and I'll be using those while I am weeding the garden. All right, so here we are at the garden. As you can see, it's a little overgrown. You can see the corn and beans, kind of. You can see some of the plants. Excuse me. What you can't see is the pollen causing me to sneeze. So this is going to be a super fun day as I get into all this grass. But that's what we're working with right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get the extension cords together and see how this tiller works. Excuse me. Well, that didn't last long. I got about 3/4 of the way up a row and a big rock got stuck in the tiller, and it won't come out. So I'm going to have to go get a socket set and see if I can take apart the blades. Yeah, so that kind of sucked. Anyways, I'll be back. Alrighty, so I'm back. It's been, about 2 hours, and I finally found a new bolt and got it hooked up, and I'm about to start tilling again. So this has been just a teensy little bit frustrating, but not too bad, because I was able to go to our local store and get a bolt, and so we're going to start over again. So let's see how it goes this time. I have tilled everything I can till with the with that tiller, and it's I have to look. That tiller is a Sunjoe, S-U-N-J-O-E tiller. This is not a paid advertisement, but I'll tell you, that little sucker is good. It did a good job. It's lightweight, easy to push. It's electric. I can say the cord got in the way a couple times and it's a little bit annoying, but I think my favorite part of this whole process was, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit, the garden had grown over my pea plants and I didn't think I'd be able to salvage any of them, but I was able to kind of look through and salvage a few of my pea plants anyway, so that was really great. Okay, so in the time-lapse video, you might have seen me actually pick and eat some strawberries, so that was kind of neat. So here we go. Here we have some squash. It's getting pretty big. Our strawberry plants, you can see, have, oops, I missed a big weed. Our strawberry plants have some flowers on them, and there's a couple strawberries. I picked the ripe ones and ate them already. They were pretty tasty. These are some yellowneck squash. Cabbage, Hanovers, kale. This is the kale I'm going to harvest today. Look at these tomatoes, how big they've gotten. I'm already getting some flowers on those. That's exciting. So I just kind of took some of the weeds that were around our plants out. I'm going to show you the thing I'm most excited about though. This whole area looked like this. And so as I was cleaning out around this area, I was really worried that I'd have lost all my pea plants. But as you can see, I found a couple of my peas. So I'm super excited that my peas are still living and that hopefully we'll get a few peas out of them. There aren't as many as I planted, but they're still better than nothing. So there's another couple here. So up here in our top garden today, I'm going to be harvesting this kale. Because it's getting a little bit out of control and it's, see, the Hanovers aren't doing very well. I need to get the kale out of here. And then I'm also going to be replanting this arugula because the arugula now is just going straight to bolt. So I'm going to take that out, probably harvest what I can of the spinach and take it out, and then maybe just replant this whole garden actually. So that's what I'm going to be doing up here today. So I was looking for butter lettuce and couldn't find any. But what I did find is this, which is Snake River Seed Cooperative Drunken Woman Frizzy-Headed Lettuce. I kind of feel like Phil bought this for me. I'm not sure. But who wouldn't want to plant Drunken Woman Fuzzy-Headed Lettuce? So we're going to plant that and arugula and then harvest. Inside, and I am going to put this stuff all together. First thing we have to do obviously is wash all this. I ordered a salad spinner, hasn't come yet of course, So I'm just gonna have to put this into a colander. If the dog will move out of the way. So, colander. And I'm going to wash it all off. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is cut all the stems off, because those can get kind of chewy when you cook them. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll be back. This is the leftover stems from both batches, and these are gonna go out to the goats and pigs here in a little bit. So I'm just gonna set this over here. So what we have is two different batches. We have this curly kale, and then we have the more traditional kale. And we take all the stems out. So I was trying to decide what to do with all this, because like I said, I really hate kale. But I decided that tonight for dinner, because my daughter's in town and she really likes this, I'm gonna make some Cajun pasta chicken Alfredo. And so I'm going to do one of these batches as just some, like a Cajun type sauteed kale to go with it as a side dish, because I always think you should have vegetables with everything. And then the other one I'm going to actually process for canning. So I refer to the handy dandy Ball Blue Book, because this is what all canners should use, particularly if you don't want to kill yourself from botulism. Oh, and I want to say, generally anyone who knows me knows that you can't trust me with sharp objects. I'm very bad with knives. I've cut my fingertips off before. I've had multiple ER visits because I'm just terrible with knives. And I was very sad today because I love these gloves. They're from a company called Giver, and it was such a sweet gift that I got from a friend of mine. But my Giver gloves did not survive me with scissors. So, and this is not a statement on the Giver gloves, this is a statement on my inability to wield sharp objects. And I cut a hole in the thumb of my glove, and I was so sad because I love these. They are the best gloves ever. But now I have to wash my hands because I touched them again. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my doorbell ringing in the back. My doorbell named Brisket. Okay, so in order to prepare greens for canning, what you have to do is you put the greens, throw them on the floor, put them in a big saucepan, and of course you know these are going to cook down, so I'm putting the whole batch in here. And then it says to put enough water in there to just keep them from sticking to one another, and you saute them until they're wilted. And in the same time, you've got a pot of water on the stove that's cooking to boiling, and then you turn it down, but you need to keep it about 180 degrees. Once these are cooked and the water's boiling, you're gonna take your greens and fill them up in the can, leaving an inch of head space. You're gonna push them down to get all of the air bubbles out of them, and then you're gonna ladle the boiling water, and in these size jars, a tablespoon of salt. And then when you're done with that, we'll put them in the pressure canner for, let's see, looks like 10 minutes. Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry, that was completely wrong. You're going to pressure can them for an hour and 30 minutes, and then you're going to let them vent off for about 10 minutes. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to get this together, and we'll come back when we have the canning process going. So while we were waiting for this stuff to cook down, I went to the garden and I picked some mint and have some fresh lime juice. Well, not fresh lime juice, but good lime juice. And a muddler and some club soda and a little bit of Appleton State rum. So I decided to make myself a mojito. Very good. I also put just a tiny little bit of simple syrup in it. Okay, so here's where we are. Our greens are cooked down. That was that whole pot of greens there. And I'm going to start dishing them, where did that go here? Into the jars. And the water over here is just now coming to boiling. I don't even know if we'll have enough for 2 jars out of that whole thing, honestly. think we will. It seems like kind of a waste of time. But, yeah, let's see here. That's probably good enough for that one. And let's see, I'll use a tall one for this. Okay, so we're just about boiling over here, and that's good enough for me. So I just need to get my ladle. And this, okay, this right here actually is very special to me. This is actually my grandmother's funnel that she used, and after she passed away, it was just one of the things that I found. She had left me a bunch of her canning stuff, and this was in there, so it means a lot to me. So I'm just gonna pour that in there, like so. And just has to leave about an inch at the top, so we'll do that. I'll turn this water off. Actually, I'm just gonna hold on to this water to make the pasta for later. Just to put in a teaspoon of salt, which I just happen to have sitting right here by the stove. Teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of salt. Then I have my lids already set out here, so we'll go ahead and put lids on them. And then I'm going to have to go and get our pressure canner, which is just right over here. Rack is in it. Well, so I'm going to find the rack, and then I'll put some water in the pressure canner and we'll get it started, and I'll come back when it's all done. Okay, so to make the Cajun dish greens, I'm not going to do anything too special. I am going to reach in here and get my Instant Pot out. You can do this any number of ways. I prefer to use an Instant Pot just because it's easy. Get some of our homemade chicken broth as the base for it. This is the weirdest thing. Well, it's one of the weirder things that I do. And the easiest way to get these things open is to use the back end of a chopstick. So I grab chopstick out of my chopstick cubby, and I'm going to take this, all these greens here, and I'm just going to put a little bit in with, this is that Everglades heat seasoning. We talked about that before. Just really like that stuff. It's Cajun-ish. Just kind of put that seasoning midway through so you get lots of seasoning in your greens. And just put a little bit more on top. Seems like a lot, but this stuff really kind of soaks it up. I'm just going to put some of this chicken broth in there. And I'll probably use what's left of the chicken broth to cook the chicken instead of using oil when I make the chicken Alfredo stuff. Like it matters if I use oil if I'm going to be making Alfredo sauce with butter and cream and all that good stuff. But, you know, whatever. Cut corn when you can. Alright. Now, this is the most important part of the Instant Pot. The Instant Pot Dragon. We got him on eBay. No, I'm sorry, on Etsy. And whenever the Instant Pot is ready and we open it up, he blows steam out of his mouth, and it makes it very much fun to play with. So I'm just going to put this on soup. and that's all we're going to do for that. So I think that that's all that we have for today. Once these guys are done canning, I'll take a picture of them and we'll post it at the end. But if you guys like this video, please click like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. I will actually leave some links to the information on the tiller that I used today, and also to Gibber gloves and Everybody Heat. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, just leave us a comment. Thanks. Bye.